circles here, basically, if we just reiterate that, because that's, I think, is very interesting. Again, is like a minor replica of the large, the Hadron Collider, because of the fact that the magnetic, is it North Pole that is facing inwards towards the circle, so to speak? Then is that how it works?
It faces in a line.
Yeah.
So they're like dominoes. So the face of the domino faces the next one, and the side that has the white dots on it, faces one way, and the side with the black face faces the other way.
Ah, right. I see. Huh.
Yeah, and
What
it's
what's your speculation? What do you think the purpose of that is? Is it can it help to maybe heal the body or something, or has it to do with consciousness again? Perhaps that it's like it becomes a sacred temple for the fact that you can attain another level of consciousness, maybe inside this magnetic field. What do you think, Walter?
I really don't know. I'll tell you one sort of wild speculation, and I'm not hanging my reputation on it by any means.
Right.
But there is an old myth, and before I mention it, let me just first mention that in the lowest age, the material age, we're pretty much stuck. We move by our feet, or we ride an animal or a bullock cart, or we just don't change our place in space very easily or very quickly, and we certainly don't change our place in time. In the next higher age, the Dwapara Yuga, the one we've just come into, the Indians also call it a time when we annihilate space. And if you look at our inventions just at the beginning of this, since the Renaissance, the beginning of this new age, we have cars and airplanes and jets and rockets and satellites. We can move very quickly from one side of the planet to another. Or, through computers and cell phones, we can move electrons very, very quickly, instantly, from one side of the planet to another. So you begin to sort of annihilate the limitations of space. Well, in the next age, they say that you begin to annihilate the limitations of time. And so nobody really knows what that means yet. But one myth about some of the stone henges in Africa that have survived, there's a story about a person standing, two people outside of a stone henge. One person goes in and disappears, and the person standing on the outside waits for them, and finally the person reappears and comes back outside the stone circle, and the one that had been waiting says, "Hey, where did you go?" And the one that was in the circle said, "Not where did I go, when did I go? I went to a different time."
Hmm.
And so, again, I am not saying this is going to happen, but I'm saying it's one piece of mythology that sort of fits with some of the Indian mythology that would suggest in the higher ages we even have the ability to overcome the limitations of time somehow.
That's really interesting. Walter, why don't we take a short little break here and then continue for more in our member section. But again, tell our listeners how they can get your websites, obviously. Mention your book as well, and also your upcoming talks in the UK again for people who want to come and see your presentations there.
Yes, I'll be at the Megalithomania in the UK, and one can get that just by Googling Megalithomania, and that'll be on May 9th. And also be at Conscious Events on May 6th in London. My main website, and I hope we can talk about a little of the basic research here when we get back, is binaryresearchinstitute.org, and my book is Lost Star Myth and Time.
Absolutely. Check out the web.